Lighthouse Craft with Izzy. Yeah!
Good morning, 10 pluses. Welcome to your craft today. So today we are going to make a wind spinner. And when you open up your packet, there are loads of little bits. But actually we're going to follow the instructions and it will be a really nice thing for you to have, maybe in your garden, so that you can see how much wind is blowing. So the first thing you need in your kit is your length of wire, and it has a loop at the bottom, and that you're going to have at the bottom. Then you are going to take one of the beads, so usually they're called tri beads because they've got 3 points in them and tri means 3, and you're going to thread it down your wire. You've then got some strips of coloured plastic with holes in each end, and you're going to take one of those strips and also thread it onto the wire. You're then going to take another bead, so you can choose whether you want the same colour or a different colour. Thread that on, and then take one of your coloured bits of plastic and also thread that on. And you're going to keep repeating this with your plastic and your bead until all 8 pieces of plastic are on. So I'm just going to do it really quickly. You can take more time because you might want to think about what colour beads you want and what colour you want your plastic order to be in. So I've got blue next. I have sort of coordinated it. And then I've gone reds. And then I've gone green. Oh no, then I had a pink bead. And my green bit of plastic. And then I had a green bead with my yellow bit of plastic. So I've threaded all of those on. Once I get this last one on. There we go. So it should look like something like this. Sort of bits of plastic and beads. I'm now going to thread 11 beads onto my wire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, you might want to choose a certain pattern to put these in. I'm just threading them completely randomly so that I can do this nice and quickly, but you'll be taking your time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So then I've got 11 beads on my wire. Then I'm going to take my bottom strip of plastic and re-loop that over the top of the wire. And then thread one of my beads on. So this is where it gets a bit trickier. Then I'm going to take my next bit of plastic that's now the new bottom piece and thread that over the top of my wire and put a bead on to secure that. I'm then going to take my next new bottom piece, this one with my green one, and thread it over and again secure that on with a bead. So as you can see, as I'm doing it, we're starting to get the loops. So then my next one, doesn't matter if it bends as you thread it, over, and then secure it with a bead. And then my next new one, and then over, secure it with a bead. Oh, see that one's twisted, so I'm going to need to unloop that one. Take that one off and make sure that when I loop it, it's flat. There we go. And then I can reattach. And then my next one, again, making sure it's flat. And my bead. And then my next one with the bead. And then my final one with the bead. So now we have all of our beads and all of our bits of plastic on our wind spinner. But we've still got this at the top, and if I let go, it still pings up slightly. So what you are going to do is take a pen, doesn't matter what pen, and fold your wire over it. So I folded my wire over, and then you have got a metal, what's called spinner, in your pack. So it should be one of the only sort of bead things that's left. And you're going to push that onto the wire and hold it up, and then twist the wire around itself. So you have your metal spinner hanging, and then there's the wire. So I can now twist that wire around itself, because this is going to hold my beads in place. So this is the fiddly bit, and where you might need an adult to help you. So let me get them all twisted. See, it's quite fiddly. There we go. So that's going to hold it in place. And then if I've got any spare wire, I can get a pair of scissors or a pair of wire cutters and just cut it off. So my scissors are sharp enough, but yours might not be. And you've got to be careful, because then they're really sharp end. So I've got most of my wire spinner, my wind spinner, but we've got some ribbons. So in your pack, you will have 3 long ribbons and 1 short ribbon. Put the short ribbon to the side and take your 3 long ribbons. And you are going to fold them in half. So if I hold them all at the top, you can see them. I'm going to fold them in half, and I'm going to poke that through the bottom loop of my wire. And then I'm going to hold it so you've got my loop and pass them through so that they are knotted onto the bottom. And this means they'll be held and they shouldn't let go. If you need, you can do an extra knot. So I might do an extra knot because my ribbons don't seem to want to hold. Or you might get some sellotape and stick your knot down with sellotape. Let me see if I can get them all through on an extra knot. So I've double knotted it. Oh, I've got a green ribbon that's not come through yet. There we go. So now almost double knotted it in order to hold them in place. And now they are going to dangle. And then my short piece of ribbon, I'm going to poke through the top of my metal spinner. So again, this is really fiddly and you probably can't see it because my fingers are in the way. You might need to fold your ribbon in half. There we go. And tie that, because this is going to be what your wind spinner hangs from. So you can then find somewhere, preferably outside because that's where it's windy, to hang your wind spinner. And then when it's windy, you can watch the ribbons and you can watch it fly around as it gets caught in the wind. So have a go making it. Hope you enjoy it, and I'd love to see any of your final pieces.